Hello. For your first lesson, I thought I'd go over some first position chords. They're fun and easy to play, and if you know enough of them, you can play just about any chord progression you would want. It's a good way to get started. Gives you some things to work with for your writing, if that's what you're interested in, but they're simple enough and easy enough to play that you can get a lot out of them and learn them really quickly. So, first position basically means here on the neck. 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, and then some of the chords also use open strings, just strings without fingers on them. One thing I want to go over real quick before we get started is the string numbering of the guitar. It's helpful to know because it's not what you think it would be. The 6th string is the first string that you play whenever you do a downward strum of the guitar, which is what you're going to be doing a lot of in the beginning. So you strum strings 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, mostly people think it would be the opposite. They think the first string would be the thickest string and the closest string to you in the order of strumming, but it's actually the opposite. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Like that. Okay, so when I talk about where to put your fingers, I'm going to refer to the string numbers, and it's helpful if you know them. Also, the finger numbers are good to know. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, there's no 5 because you don't use your thumb. Just 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to refer to the finger numbers a lot too when I'm telling you where to put your fingers to make the chords. So it's helpful to know. We'll start with a G chord. Why not? Sounds like this. Okay. Your second finger is the first one to be placed. You're going to place it on the 6th string, the thickest string, in the 3rd fret, like that. That's your second finger or your middle finger in the 3rd fret on the 6th string. Okay. Your first finger is going to go sort of diagonally from it in the 2nd fret of the 5th string. It looks like that. Okay. Your next two notes are open strings 4 and 3. So let's review so far. You've got your second finger or your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. You've got your first finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Okay? The next two strings are open, 4th string and 3rd string. Okay? The next two notes are going to go right next to each other. They're going to be played by your 3rd and your 4th fingers. The 3rd finger is going to go in the 3rd fret of the 2nd string right there. And your 4th finger is going to go right next to it in the same fret, but on the next string, the 1st string, like that. So that's what you've got on top. And that's what you get when you play them all together. From 6 to 1, you play every string, like that. Second finger on 3rd fret, first finger on 2nd fret, open, open, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 4th finger, 3rd fret. Looks like that, if you can see it. Next we'll go to an E chord, an E major chord. Sounds like this. Okay. Your 6th string is the first one to be played and it's open, no fingers. Your next note is played by the 2nd finger in the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Next you have the 3rd finger on the 4th string in the 2nd fret, giving you that so far. Your next note is played by the 1st finger, 1st fret, 3rd string. So far we have an open 6th string, 5th string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret, 3rd finger, and then 3rd string, 1st fret, 1st finger. The next two strings are open, open 2 and open 1. Okay? That's the E major chord. So once more in review, we've got an open 6th string. You're going to play the 2nd fret of the 5th string with your 2nd finger. You're going to play the 2nd fret of the 4th string with your 3rd finger. You're going to play the 1st fret of the 3rd string with your 1st finger. And then you're going to leave strings 2 and 1 open and play all 6 strings from bottom to top. Like that. Next, let's try a C chord. This one's easy. Sounds like this. Okay. You're not going to use the 6th string at all. That E note, you're not going to use it. You're just going to start with the 5th string by placing your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Your 2nd finger goes in the 2nd fret of the 4th string, right there. The 3rd string is open, and then your 1st finger goes in the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And then you can leave the 1st string open on top. So you strum just strings 5 through 1, like that. So just to review, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, 3rd string is open, 1st finger goes on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and then the 1st string is open. There's your C chord. Let's do one more. How about a D major chord? Sounds like this. Okay. This one you're only going to use 4 strings. You're going to omit strings 6 and 5. Those are not going to be played. You're only going to use strings 4 through 1. Okay. For the D, the 1st string you use is the 4th string, and it's played open. So no fingers. The next note is your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Gives you that note. Okay. Your next finger is the 3rd finger. Okay. You're going to use 1st finger and then 3rd finger. It's kind of wonky, but you'll get it. 1st string is open. That's the 4th string. Sorry, 1st string you're going to play. Next, the 1st finger goes on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Then the 3rd finger goes on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Like that, okay? And then the last note you play is played by the 2nd finger or the middle finger, and it is the 2nd fret of the 1st string. That note on top. So just to review, 4th string open, 1st finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 1st string. Okay. So now we can play a simple chord progression that you've heard many times using 3 of the 4 chords that I just showed you. The G, then the D, and then the C. You've heard this chord progression a million times. Okay, so try that for your first little song chord progression. It's just a G, and then a D, and then a C for 2 measures. So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Play the progression like that.